What is the most obscure and rare Pokemon card out there? What cards are out there that you may never have heard of? Well, that is what we're going to be looking at today, as I'm going to be discussing the 8 most obscure and rare Pokemon cards in existence. So let's start at number 8, the 2002 Pokemon World Championships #1 trainer. Now this card may not be as valuable as some of the cards we have on the list today. However, what makes this card so unique is that the card was personalized for the winner of the tournament, meaning they rarely show up at auction, and the last one sold for $31,200 in April of 2021. Due to the cards being personalized, it's unlikely the recipients of these cards would be so willing to get rid of them at auction. Now let's move on to number 7, and we have the Chansey Pokemon Snap card. Now this card is incredibly interesting, as the card was actually created by a fan. Back in 1999, to celebrate the release of Pokemon Snap, Nintendo ran contests surrounding the best images taken in Pokemon Snap. One of these was run by the Japanese TV show 64 Mario Stadium, and 5 winners each received 15 of their cards for their collection. Only one of these cards has ever been sold at auction, and that was the Chansey photo taken by Kaori Sumaya. The card itself sold at auction for $63,000. However, our 6th card is even more rare, and that is the Black Star Ishihara Sign GX card. This card was created to celebrate the founder of Pokemon's 60th birthday, and featured him on the card paired with a Rotom and a Master Ball. This card, despite being a much newer card than the others on the list, only coming out in 2017, sold for nearly $250,000, which is absolutely eye-watering. But let's step back on the staggering price of the Ishihara card, and let's talk about our 5th card, and that is the Super Secret Battle #1 Trainer card. Now, you may have never heard of this card, and you have almost certainly never seen one in person, since this card has only ever had 7 versions printed. The card was produced for a secret Super Battle tournament in Tokyo 1999, where the entrants had to have won a regional tournament and then would have had to get far enough into the championships to get the card. The last card of this that sold at auction for $90,000 in July of 2020. Now, onto our 4th card, and this one is so rare, there are no records of it ever being sold. The Pokemon TCG in 1997 was very much in its infancy, and as such, tournaments were a bit rarer than they are today, which is why this is the rarest Pokemon card out there for tournament play. The Pikachu Trainer is the rarest card out there, since only the winners of this 1997 tournament got these cards, and the only one ever alleged to have been sold is the number 3 card, or the 3rd place card, which went missing after it was sold on eBay. Truly one of the most elusive Pokemon cards ever created, but this has nothing compared to our 3rd card, where we have the pre-release Raichu that was printed by mistake by Wizards of the Coast. 121 of these cards were printed by Wizards of the Coast until the company noticed a blunder with the card. They trashed 100 of these cards, with the remaining 21 being handed off to employees. But that begs the question of what happened to the cards? Well, it is suspected that there are still 10 or maybe 11 out there of this pre-release Raichu. However, since none of them have ever successfully made it to market, their price is unknown to this day, although roughly valued at around $10,000 per card. Finally, onto our penultimate card, and this is the Blastoise Presentation card. This card was created by Wizards of the Coast after their success with Magic the Gathering. They have become immensely synonymous with the Pokemon card creation system throughout history, but this card was made to show Nintendo its capability when it comes to creating the English versions of their already popular trading card game. The card was not even believed to exist until it came to fruition in January 2021, at an auction where it sold for $360,000, which makes it one of the most valuable Pokemon cards of all time. Now, of course, we have to end this list with the most valuable Pokemon card out there, and that is the Illustrator Korokoro Promo Pikachu card. This card was the one worn around the neck of Logan Paul in his WrestleMania debut. The card itself is valued at roughly $6 million, putting it leaps ahead of every other card on this list. But that begs the question, what cards are out there that we have never heard of? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think.